बोशियाचे गोराचा रत्न सिंहासने बोशियाचे गोराचा रत्न सिंहासने आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगणे आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगणे किबनर हरि आदिकोरी चामर धुलाय हरि आदिकोरी चामर धुलाय संजय मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गाय किब शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल मधुर मृदंग बाजे परमारसाल मृदंग बाजे परमारसाल शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल किब बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी वदन उज्ज्वल कोटि चंद्र जिनी वदन उज्ज्वल गल देशे बनमाला कोरे झलमाला किब शिव शुक नारद प्रेमे गदगद शुक नारद प्रेमे गदगद भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपद गति विनोद देखे गौरार संपद कि जय जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा ओ जय गौरा चंदे आरती को शोभा जानवी तट बने जगमन लोभा जगमन लोभा गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा अंगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा आरती को शोभा जग जन मन हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नेता गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल नेता नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष नवादी पाश्चात देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna जय राधा माधव राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा श्री गौर निताय की जय।
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य अष्टोशत एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रवचकाचार्य अष्टोशत श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरिवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। द्वारका धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंद। All glories to Sample devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sample devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Sample devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharne, Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarne. Jai.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Iskcon Burlington on this. Hare Krishna, everyone. So welcome to Iskcon Burlington on this nice Saturday. So thank you all for coming, and also thank you for people that have come here after a long time. Hare Krishna. So kind of you to come. So today's class will be on the Bhagavad Gita. So before we do that, maybe just do a quick introduction of the program. From now until about 6:30, we'll have a class. So last few minutes of class will be on the questions and answers relating to the Bhagavad Gita. And then we'll have, thank you so much, Hare Krishna. And then we'll have a prasadam after that from 6:30 to 7. So we'll ask everyone to please leave by 7 o'clock because we have another program after that. So we'll ask everyone to finish up quickly. And if you have any discussions, please feel free to do them outside because we'd like to close by 7 o'clock today. Thank you. Also, the church wants us out earlier as well at times. So sometimes they can see us on camera and they want us out earlier. One time we stayed here. I won't say it anyways. Okay, we're on camera. So anyways, so that's the message. Please be out earlier. So quick today. Okay, thank you. All right. So in light of being quick, this week is a special week because on Thursday you will have to fast for the entire day. Without any, nothing, no sleep, no water, and no food, okay? Like that, Panjav Nilaj Ekadashi. So that means from the time the sun sets the day before till the time the sun rises the next day. Okay, it's not like after sunset up to 4 a.m. you can eat like you do on, Karwa Chauth and then like that. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay, so if you want to do a proper fast, try to sleep less, chant more rounds, and follow the Nijala Ekadashi. Do your best, just do your best, okay? If Krishna knows what's in your heart, if you can't follow the full fast, then just do your best. That's your desire, not so much the rigidity of the fast. All right, so with that being said, the program, the grand program is on August 22nd. That's been sealed and signed now. So that's on August 22nd, which is called officially called the BJP Fest, okay? Not the BJP, Sampradaya, but it's called the Burlington Jagannath Peace Fest, okay? The Burlington Jagannath Peace Fest. So that'll be on Saturday, August the 22nd from 3 to 8 at Spencer Spick Park by the lake. So we ask all you to please come and all of you to please engage in some seva. Jagannath is pleased when you do seva for him. We can also enjoy, but also make sure that when someone comes to ask you for seva, thank you. Yes, that's the Rath Yatra. Thank you, Mother Shakti. So that's the Rath Yatra. So please come and do some seva, and Jagannath will give you his eternal residence. Okay, so today's class will be on the Bhagavad Gita. As we said, we're back to the Bhagavad Gita after some time. We had some visiting guests. So it's in chapter 4. You can open it up. Actually, maybe, yes, Josh and one of the Matajis can hand out the Bhagavad Gitas if you don't have your personal copy. Chapter 4, verse 25 to 28. So as we read this chapter, the last few times we talked about karma, and then last few verses, just to quickly summarize, talk about how one can go above the laws of karma. And today's class will talk about Yagneshwar. The next 7 verses, 25 to 33, talk about the importance of sacrifice. Without sacrifice, you cannot to fulfill the Supreme Personality Godhead, who's called Yagnya. Okay, that's another name for Krishna. And Yogesh Prabhu, who is our speaker for today's class, will talk about these verses 25 to 27. Sorry, 25 to 27. So let's introduce Yogesh Prabhu. Yogesh Prabhu is a member of the Temple Council. He also serves with the book distribution, heads up the book distribution, does many other sevas, is also heading up the Jagannath Festival this year, as he's been doing for the last 3 years, and many other wonderful sevas. So let's give a big 3 Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna, thank you so much. So please turn off your mobiles and give me your full attention. So class will be from now until 6:20, and we'll finish right at 6:30 or earlier at sharp. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. So before we start the class, I'm looking for one volunteer who can read from the Srila Prabhupada Leela Amrita. Want to read, mother? Yeah.
Hello. Okay, Hare Krishna. Abhay had been a devotee of Lord Chaitanya since childhood, and he was familiar with the life of Lord Chaitanya through well-known scriptures, Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavata. He had learned of Lord Chaitanya not only as the most ecstatic form of a pure devotee who had spread the chanting of the holy name to all parts of India, but also as the direct appearance of Sri Krishna himself in the form of Radha and Krishna combined. But now, for the first time, Abhay was in touch with the great wealth of literature compiled by the Lord's immediate associates and followers, passed down in disciplical succession and expanded on by great authorities. Lord Chaitanya's immediate followers, Srila Rupa Goswami, Srila Sanatana Goswami, Srila Jiva Goswami, and others, have compiled many volumes based on the Vedic scriptures and proving conclusively that Lord Chaitanya's teachings were the essence of Vedic wisdom. There were many books not yet published, but Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was intent on establishing many presses, just to release the sound of Brahat, Mridanga, for the benefit of all the people.
Yeah. Thank you, mother. So as you all heard, Srila Prabhupada read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and he also gave us the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all these scriptures. And this is coming from the disciplic succession. So we all should read, pay attention, and I strongly encourage everyone to join the Tuesday's class, which is at 8 o'clock. So Vishnuchit Prabhu, if you want to be added to the class, you can reach out to Vishnuchit Prabhu. So we'll start with Jai Radha Madhav. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यशोदा यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा श्रीला प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय जय गौरानिताय 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 शिला प्रभुपाद की So can someone pass the beats? We do some chanting for a few minutes. So if you have the beat bag, we can just chant for 3 minutes and then we can start the class. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Om Gyantimarandasya Gyananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yen Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utpada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagan Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagan Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitascha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishbhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So as Prabhuji's mentioned, the focus of today's verses is on sacrifice. So let's first define and try to understand what is the meaning of word sacrifice. Anyone with the meaning? What is the word sacrifice? To give up something. Anybody else? Sorry? Without expecting anything. Yes, voluntarily. It has to be voluntarily, giving up something. It's not like somebody is telling you, then you do that thing. That's not a sacrifice. So it has to come from your heart. So that is the sacrifice definition. And what is the biggest sacrifice if we have to see the example around us? within our family, let's say, what is the sacrifice? Mother. That is the biggest sacrifice that we can see in our home. The day we take birth, the sacrifice series starts. Mothers, they sacrifice so much, everything for us. So that is the biggest sacrifice. But even higher than there is one another sacrifice. Srila Prabhupada. He sacrificed his life for us. He could have spent the time in India, in Vrindavan, but he traveled all over the way to North America, had the heart strokes. And then Krishna did the magic. Due to that sacrifice, Krishna glories are spread all over the world, and the credit goes to Srila Prabhupada. And because of Srila Prabhupada, we are sitting together here, and we have the nice association. So with that notion, let's start with verse number 25. So for Mataji's side, somebody want to read maybe the shloka and then the translation and then the purport? I'll stop you. Yeah. Yes, Mother Shivani, yeah. Thank you, Mother. Actually, I wanted to stop you, but the purport is so beautiful, I couldn't see where should I stop. It is amazing when Srila Prabhupada is talking, it is like a flawless, like it is kind of a nectar. Okay, so let's try to understand this verse. right at the beginning of the purport, Srila Prabhupada mentioned this thing. A person engaged in discharging duties in Krishna consciousness is called a perfect yogi or a first-class mystic. So that is the bottom line. He declared and then he makes us understand step by step. So there are two primary divisions of the sacrifice. The sacrifice of the worldly possessions and sacrifice in pursuit of the transcendental knowledge. And in the following verses we will see, sacrifice of the material possessions is the low end. Okay, so that is also known as a dravya yagya. You know, like sometimes we do yagya, we call people and then we offer different things. That's fine. But if you do other than Vishnu, just for your name and fame, that is at the low end. But on the other hand, if you do sacrifice in pursuit of transcendental knowledge, for example, you're spending time understanding Bhagavad Gita, that is your sacrifice. The time that you're sacrificing here, that is also counted under your sacrifice. And you are pursuing the transcendental knowledge. So this is the topmost. Okay, so that is the bottom line. There are three kinds of people that Srila Prabhupada explained and mentioned in the verse. The first one is those who want some material benefits. So people who want the material benefits, who take the shortcuts. Again, I'm not saying it's mentioned here. They worship the demigods. And demigods, they are the empowered authorities. They have some power given by Krishna, Vishnu, so that they can discharge their duties. But it is mentioned they are called Bhavishwaravadi, those people who worship the demigods. How many demigods are there? 33 billion, or 33 categories, koti, right? So there are many demigods, but the God Bhagavan is only one, that is Krishna. Eti chancha kala punsa Krishnastu Bhagavan swayam. So later in the chapters, for better understanding, but I'll bring those verses here for everyone's understanding. In chapter number 7, verse number 21, Lord Krishna is saying, Yo yo yam yam tanu bhakta shraddha achyutam ichchati tasya tasya chalam shraddham tam eva vidadhami aham. So I'm reading the translation. Translation says, I am in everyone's heart as the super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. Again, if somebody is worshipping the demigod, that is with the behest of Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu. Otherwise, you cannot worship even a particular demigod. And whatever benefits they are giving you, they are being given by Krishna. So the sooner we understand, better we are in our life. Then there is next verse, 723. Antavatu phalam tesham tat bhavati alpamedasam devana deva yojo yanti mad bhakta yanti mamapi. Lord Krishna is saying, those who worship the demigods, they have the little intelligence, small intelligence. Because they worship the demigods, they take the shortcuts. What if they come to me directly? I'll give everything, whatever they want. But that is the problem. So the point is, even if we need anything, we should go to Krishna, because there are four kind of people who worship Krishna. Chatuvidha bhajante maam, ye jana paryopasate. So Lord Krishna is telling to Arjuna, there are four kind of people, and one of them are who are looking after these material things. So instead of going to the demigods, we should worship Krishna. That is the bottom message. So this is the first category. If someone is looking for the temporary material benefits, they worship the demigods. Okay? So they sacrifice the different things, the material possessions, but that is the low end. Now the second category is of the impersonalists. Impersonalists who believe there is no form of God. They say there is no form of God. If there is anything, it is just light. But as we know, that light is nothing but the transcendental effulgence of Krishna, Brahm Jyoti. And what they do, these impersonalists, what they do? They want to merge. So they are tired of all the material existence, with all the miseries. So they say, okay, the easiest thing to do is to merge into the Brahman, so that there is no birth after. But is it possible? If the Lord has the form, we have the form, there is another birth. As Lord Krishna says, after the end of this life, there is another birth for sure. There is no ending to our soul. Soul is eternal. So these impersonalists, they regard the form of the demigods as temporary. So their understanding is clear that the demigods are temporary. But the problem is they sacrifice their time in what? In philosophical speculation. Okay, they speculate. And ultimately what they believe in is the light, the effulgence. So that's why their understanding is not complete. Even if they sacrifice, but that sacrifice is not giving them the full benefit. So the point is, the understanding of the Bhagavan Supreme is not complete for the impersonalist. And in 8.13, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned clearly in the purport. Okay, I'm sharing with you 3 lines. The devotees of Krishna enter the Krishna planet, Golok Vrindavan. For the personalists who still believe in the form of the Lord, personalists, there are also innumerable other planets known as the Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky, whereas the impersonalists remain in the Brahm Jyoti. Now consider a scenario, the light, we have the light in this room, okay, too much light. And then we just stare at the light. How long we can stare? Because we understand this light is everything. Okay, so after some time we will fed up because A, we are alone, B, there is no reciprocation. For reciprocation, you have to have some kind of a physical form. And that's why we say Krishna has the Dvibhuj form, which we want to interact with, we want to serve him. But for the impersonalist, when they have their ending, they merge, they can't serve, they can't do anything but just sitting alone and staring at the light. So what happens then? Then Lord Krishna says again, you come back. Okay? So that is also a no-no. Then finally, Srila Prabhupada is saying the Krishna consciousness person like Arjuna, however, sacrifices everything for the satisfaction of Krishna. All his material possessions and himself. Okay? So even if the impersonalist is sacrificing himself, but that sacrifice is at the low end because there is no service, active service. So that's why Srila Prabhupada is saying, thus he is the first class yogi, but he does not lose his individual existence. So when we are serving Krishna, we serve Krishna here, and our desire is to serve Krishna where? Goloka. So for the devotees, the service is here, and there will be service even after. For the impersonalist, there is no service here, there is no service after. And for the people who worship the demigods, no service here, no service there, but cycle of birth and death. Okay? So that is the differentiation that we should understand from this verse in terms of the sacrifices. So let's move on to verse number 26. From Prabhu's side. We should be more eager. Prabhuji's side. Gupta ji. Anji. Shotadrindriyani anne sangyam grishu juhati shabdadin vishananya indragnishu juhavati. And if you can start from the householders, few lines below, the householders who have some license. Similarly, the householders. Yeah.
Similarly, the householders who have some license for sense gratification perform such acts with great restraint. Sex life, intoxication, and meat eating are general tendencies of human society. But a regulated householder does not indulge in unrestricted sex life and other sense gratification. Marriage, on the principles of religious life, is therefore current in all civilized human society because that is the way for restricted sex life. This restricted, unattached sex life is also a kind of yen because the restricted householder sacrifices his general tendency towards sense gratification for higher transcendental life. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Gupta ji. So if we recall whatever we have studied so far, okay, here is a test. In chapter 2, Lord Krishna says, if we have this sense gratification, what happens? Anybody remembers? If somebody is attached to the sense objects too much, what happens? This is in general problem. Vishyana dhyayate vishyana punsa. So that verse, if we remember that verse, so what happens is first, we are thinking about the sense objects. Thinking about the sense objects, what happens is attachment happens. When the attachment happens, we are not able to fulfill our desires, the material desires, the lust. To satisfy the lust, we are not able to do it. Then the anger arises. Anger we are not able to control. Delusion arises. When the delusion arises, then what happens? Our memory gets bewildered. When memory gets bewildered, what happens? Then our intelligence gets lost. When intelligence gets lost, then everything is lost. So that is a vicious cycle. And this goes on. So what is the way to be out of this cycle? We have to control our senses, no matter what. Controlling the senses is not easy. It is a very difficult process. Even if we think about Vishwamitra Muni, he was a great sage, but ultimately he succumbed. He was not able to control. But on the other hand, the devotees, they can, because there is a gradual process. It's not like we become a great devotee day one. It is a lifelong journey. So talking about this verse, there are 4 orders of human life, as we all know. Okay? 4 varna and 4 ashram. These 4 orders are brahmacharya ashram, grihast, vanprasth, and the sannyas. Now the 2 of the ashrams are mentioned here. First is the brahmachari. And again it is a mention, the word mentioned is the brahmacharis who are basically who control their senses. Okay? So the idea is until the age we are having the education, we should not have a physical relationship. But is it true in the present world? Especially, I'm not saying here, even in India or any part of the world, it is a big problem. While studying, we have the physical relationship. That is a big problem. But here it is mentioned, the brahmacharis or the students under the care of a bona fide spiritual master, they control the mind by abstaining from sense gratification. The pure brahmacharis, they engage fully in Harinama Kirtanam, chanting and hearing glories of the Lord. So instead of the material sounds, the vibration, their practice is to listen to the transcendental vibration. So that's why this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this Maha Mantra we can chant anytime of the day, anywhere, any place, in any circumstances. There's no restriction. That is the beauty. So that is the first thing mentioned about the brahmacharis, that the brahmacharis, they listen to the transcendental vibration. And further, it is mentioned about the grihasthas, the householders, how they sacrifice. If the householders, they don't live within their means, within the restricted area, then they're just living like the animals, eating, mating, sleeping, and defending. So we are told within this Krishna consciousness that we should produce the offsprings with the intention that they are the bhaktas. If we are not able to make our next generation as the bhaktas, we are not entitled to have the babies. because that is the foremost duty. That is the foremost duty of the parents. If we cannot take them onto the path of the devotion, then it means we are not doing our job properly. So it is mentioned that sex life, intoxication, meat eating, these are the general tendencies of human society. But a regulated householder does not indulge in the unrestricted sex life and other sense gratification. Now there are two things we already discussed even in the past. There is one word called grahamedi and grihastha. We should be a grihastha, not a grahamedi. We should not say, okay, now we are married and we can enjoy everything. But we should have the spiritual aspect as well. Then we keep a balance in our worldly duties, material duties, and the spiritual duties. That is the secret of leading our family life. Another point Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the purport is about the marriage. Marriage on the principles of religious life is therefore current in all civilized human society, because that is the way of restricted sex life. Now let's see in here North America or any part of the world, marriages, after marriages, then the troubles arise. But how many of the new generation, what percentage of the new generation, they are interested? They say this is a big obligation. This is a big obligation. So what they do is they have a new system called live-in relationship, which is opposing what is mentioned in the Vedas, the scriptures. That is not. So Srila Prabhupada mentioned for the civilized human society. The human society who doesn't have this form of marriage, that is not civilized. Because with marriage comes the responsibility. With the responsibility, we have to do certain duties. And if there is no commitment, there is no relationship. There is a commitment required in business relationship, yes? Yes or no? If two parties enter into agreement, the commitment is there. So likewise, anything we do, if we do a job, the commitment is there, that we have to do the job properly. Similarly, marriage, it is a big commitment. It's not like you marry one person today and tomorrow you marry another one. That's a no-no. So further, Srila Prabhupada says, so that is the marriage on the principles of religious life is therefore current in this civilized human society. And if that is not there, then it gives rise to many types of the sins, adultery in the society, and that causes so many troubles. Now talking briefly about the two highest orders, the other orders, the Vanprastha and the Sannyas. So in these two orders, the purity and goal is already there. If somebody is leading the life of a Vanprastha and Sannyas, the purity is there. Because even in Vanprastha, if husband and wife are together, there is no physical relationship. Okay? And Sannyas for sure. So their goal is ultimate. So that's why their sacrifice is the foremost. Okay? So we can move on to verse number 27, Mataji side. Mataji side, please. And few lines below, Mother. According to this yoga system, Pratyagatma is the ultimate goal. Thank you, Mother. Thank you very much. So, in this particular verse, it is mentioned that who are interested in achieving self-realization through control of the mind and senses, what they do, oblations into the fire of the controlled mind, controlling their senses. Is it easy to control the mind? Why? Everybody says no, why? Yeah, it's not possible. In a day, hundreds of thousands of thoughts come every second, every other second. So it is very, very difficult. So this Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, there are two things mentioned, main here. It is mentioned that as long as the soul is attached to sense enjoyment, it is called Paragatma. And as soon as the same soul becomes detached from such sense enjoyment, it is called Pratyagatma. And there are 10 kinds of ears within the body, and the idea of this yoga system is to purify through those ears. Okay? So doing the pranayam, alom bilom, this and that. So Baba Ramdev, he teaches all these things, right? How to control your breathing system, breathing process. But the question is, do we have time? Do we have time during the day? Or even if we have time, but do we have the practice of doing it regularly? It's not easy. The bottom line is it's not an easy. So then how can we detach the soul from sense enjoyment? Because it is mentioned, soul is attached to sense enjoyment. That's why we are living in this material world. Then the question is how we can detach. Is it easy to detach? If it's not easy, so consider an example of a magnet. If you have one magnet of a particular field, but you bring another big magnet of a higher field, what will happen? You will be attracted to smaller or the bigger magnet? The bigger magnet. So the idea is we have to detach, but then we have to attach to something which is bigger. So in this case, the process that we follow within Iskcon is known as the devotion, the bhakti yoga. So Krishna being the bigger magnet, we should get attached to that, then we will detach from this thing. Everybody's clear? Okay, let's try to understand further. So, the bottom line, this Patanjali system of yoga, it's not easy. It's not for us. For people like us, the common people, it's not us that we can try to do and purify our soul with the breathing process, this and that, up and down, up and up, and constantly focusing on these things, right? It is very, very difficult. So in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 15, verse number 7, okay? I give you that reference. So Lord Krishna says, Mamaya vansha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana manashashtani indriyani prakriti sthani karshati. So Lord Krishna himself is saying it's not easy. In the six senses, I am the mind. I am the mind and I am not the straightforward person. I am Tribhanga. मैं टेढ़ा हूँ, Lord Krishna is टेढ़ा. How can your mind be straight? It's very difficult. It's not possible. But it is possible if we put our mind and thoughts into serving Krishna. Then it will be easier, okay? Now, let's talk about, in general, about society, the mental health issue. Everybody is aware of what is mental health issue? I'll give you some stats. Worldwide, over 1.2 billion people, they live with mental health conditions. How many people? And how many people they are there on this earth? So, what is the ratio, Prabhu? 1 out of 7 is? 15% roughly, 14 point something. 15% of worldwide population is suffering from the mental health condition, okay? Then next, depression and anxiety alone cost the global economy over US $1 trillion each year. How many dollars? $1 trillion. $1 trillion. And there are over 195 countries. You keep 10, 15 countries aside, like US, China, India, Germany. Majority of the countries, they have economy less than $1 trillion. Can you imagine? That much is the biggest impact. 180 countries, their economy is less than $1 trillion, and it is costing just that much trillion each year in global economy. That much is the biggest loss. Now, coming to Canada, 1 in 5 Canadians, they experience mental health problem or illness in any given year. And finally, 50% of the population will have or have had a mental illness by age 40. It is a very stark, like these statistics. So the point is the mental issue, the mental health problems, they are increasing day by day, especially after the COVID time. COVID time, people, they were suffering, but the devotees, they were suffering too, but not to the same extent. Because we have the association of the devotees through Zoom classes. So long story short, what the point I'm making is this mental health issue, the struggle, it could be lessened if we follow the bhakti yoga. And that is also one form of the sacrifice, but that is the biggest sacrifice. Now summing these things together, so I'm putting together into a condensed form so you can understand. What is the primary method or focus area in these sacrifices that we learned so far? Any volunteer, anyone? What is the primary method of focus that we learn? Whether the Yoga Patanjali system, or whether the brahmacharis, or whether the householders who are doing the sense control, or someone who is worshipping the demigods. So the focus area is severe austerities, sensory deprivation. That is the focus area. Whereas in Bhakti Yoga, what we do? We engage our senses in the service of Krishna. So automatically they get controlled. Okay, so that is the primary. And what is the ultimate goal in the sacrifices that we read in these verses? What is the ultimate goal? Either the demigods, or the impersonalists, or the localized Paramatma form in terms of meditation. Whereas in Bhakti Yoga, the goal is Krishna in personal form, Dvibij form, Sham Sundar form. Then risk of failure. Where is the risk higher? The sacrifices that we read, it is a low or high? We understand what is the risk. So the risk is high that we will fall down into this material world again. Okay, so the mind can easily fall down. Whereas in Bhakti Yoga, the risk to fall down is low, because Krishna himself is protecting us. How? In chapter number 10, we will read these two verses. Krishna is directly protecting and guiding the devotees. Verse number 10. Tisham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadhami buddhi yogam tam yen mam upayantite. And then the next one. Tisham eva nukampartham ahem agyanjam tama nashamya atam bhavastho gyandepen bhasvata. So Lord Krishna himself will guide us. He'll tell us, okay, Prabhu, do this, do this, do this, so that you can progress. You can come quickly to me. Whereas if we follow the demigods, they are not within our heart. They cannot guide us. Okay? They can only give us which is within their authority. They cannot guide us beyond that. And finally, accessibility, talking about the accessibility. In the sacrifices that we read, it is restricted to the advanced yogis who can control their breathing process. Whereas the Bhakti Yoga is accessible to everyone without any distinction. So in short, performing Bhakti Yoga with 4 regulative principles, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, associating with devotees, serving the devotees, reading the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, and performing our duty to the best of our abilities. That will make our human life perfect. Hare Krishna. So, any questions? We can maybe have 2 minutes for the questions. We should have something to ask. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so it goes like this. Chatuvidha bhajante maam sukritna arjun art arthati jigyasu gyani cha bharatrisham. Art, who is having some kind of a distress in their life. Hare Krishna, yeah. Artharthi, who is after the material things. Jigyasu, who is inquisitive. Gyani, who is after the knowledge. Which knowledge? Transcendental knowledge. How I can get back to Krishna. So these are the 4 kind of people who approach Krishna. Each one of us who is sitting here comes under one of these categories, for sure, 100%. I could be category A, Prabhu could be category B, you could be category C, mothers could be category D. But out of one of these 4 categories, these 4 people, they always come to Krishna. 1 out of 4. But those who come for Gyan, pure bhakti, that is the dearmost. Because in one of the verses, Lord Krishna says, I love that who comes to me just for that knowledge, and he has no one other than me. I love that person the most. So that should be our attitude. When we are performing the devotional service, we should not have any kind of attachment, the future result, and we should not ask Krishna for any material gain. Because as I said, Krishna will take care. There is one verse, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Nananscha chintayanto mam ye jana paryopasate. Tesham nitya abhyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyam. So you see the last 2 words, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. If you go India, there is one life insurance company, LIC. They have these words, Yogakshemam Vahamyam. Who will take care of you? No, they won't take care. They are after your money. They are after your money. But Krishna says, I'll take care, you come to me, don't worry. I'll take care of everything. Whatever you have, I'll preserve. Whatever you lack, I'll give. So that is the promise from Krishna. So for example, Prabhu came, he brought this murli and I think mangoes. So this is out of love. So the way you reciprocate, Krishna will reciprocate. Mother, that answers? Yeah? Okay, thank you. Any other questions, Prabhuji? Yes, Josh, Prabhu.
So we talk about what the mother sacrifices. What does the father sacrifice?
I'm not denying Prabhu. Father sacrifice is also there. So for example, mother gave birth, mother is busy with the kid. What father is doing? A good father. What good father is doing? Earning money. Or maybe bringing groceries. Mother cannot go. So father role is there. So don't misunderstood me, okay? Yeah, father role is also important. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we can stop here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So we'll get up and put the chairs aside. So Kirtan is for the next 15 minutes. We'll stop sharp at 6:45. Thank you. Led by Abhiram Nitai Prabhu. Hari Bol. And then we'll have Prashadam, and then we'll ask you to kindly leave the temple by about 7:05. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
नहीं नहीं ऐसे बस ऐसे निकाल दो नीचे नीचे रखो। थैंक यू। ये भी ठीक है। श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ऐसे ठीक है। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने। Everyone, Namo Vishnupadaya Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. हरिनाम संकीर्तन की, शीला प्रभुपाद की.
Mahaprasade Govinde Mama Brahmane Vaishnave Sapapunyavatan Rajan Vishwasane Vajayate Sarirya Vidyajal Jondandre Taikal Jikhle Visheshagare Taramad Jivati Vabamoy Sudharmati ताकि जता के तुम संसारे कृष्ण बरदाय माय कौरी बाय जीव जाय स्वाप सानंद बाय समरमत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गण गणाओ प्रेम देखो चैतन्य निताय जैनी माय जैनी ताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद. All together, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we'll distribute prasadam, and we ask you to take your plates. Please do not waste prasadam. This is not just ordinary food, so do not throw in the trash. If you take extra, you can take it home with you if you can't finish it. Thank you for respecting that principle. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.